Hey everybody, this is Jeffrey Patrick and I'm the lead editor at Leduc Entertainment, and today I'm going to walk you through how we at Leduc Entertainment edit our videos. So this is going to be our overall process. There's going to be a lot of steps involved here, and I'm going to guide you through all of this. I'm going to create a project in our tutorial file, in our project file for Leduc inbound videos. So we're going to do that, and we're going to call it Leduc Entertainment editing demo. So this is the timeline with all of our raw unedited footage. Now there's a lot of videos covered in this timeline, as you can see. So we're going to focus on editing one video in this sequence in particular, which is...
Today I'm going to talk about on-camera techniques that will make you look like a rock star.
Thank you, Armando. So you're going to spend a fair amount of time trimming the fat from this assembly. And that means trimming all the uhs and the ums and the empty spaces between takes, or the moments where the subject stumbles over their words. And you want to get it all down to just the usable bits. So now I've done trimming all the fat off of the first take. Already we've done a lot of work here. So now on the second take, to keep things organized, not only am I going to mark this as take 2, as I should mark it take 1 here, but for more consistency's sake, and so you don't get confused on which takes are which, I'm going to start color coding these. So we're going to color code this take. Let's color it Caribbean. Now we've gotten to take 3. And you notice that on take 3, this is a side angle, which means on this side of the screen, we're going to put our text graphics, which we'll utilize when he names each step in the process or each tip, anything in a numbered list or any pertinent information that you feel should be on screen for the audience to see should go in the empty space. And make sure not to cover the subject's body when the text is on screen. All right, so now I have all my trimming done, and we have our 3 takes all trimmed and separated and ready for editing. We're not done with these just yet. I'm going to duplicate this sequence in here. And what we're going to do that's different about this sequence, and the reason why I thought it was a good idea to color code your takes, is because what I like to do is take each bit of the speech. For example, when he goes,
"Hey guys, Armando from Leduc Entertainment."
On take 1, then,
"Hey guys, Armando from Leduc Entertainment."
On take 2,
"Hey guys, Armando from Leduc Entertainment."
on take 3. What we're going to do is take those opening bits and we're going to copy paste them here so they're grouped together.
Today I'm going to talk about on-camera techniques that will make you look like a rock star. Today I'm talking about on-camera techniques that will make you look like a rock star. Today I'm going to talk about on-camera techniques that will make you look like a rock star.
So that makes it easier for you to go through each take of each part of the speech and decide which take you like best of each part. So that way you'll have an easier time getting the best takes of every part. Because on one take, he may have flubbed a line that he didn't flub on another take, and in another take, he may have flubbed something else he did in another, and so on. So this is a little process I like to do. All right, so now we have all of our takes organized bit by bit.
Today I'm going to talk about on-camera techniques that will make you look like a rock star. Today I'm talking about on-camera techniques that will make you look like a rock star. Today I'm going to talk about on-camera techniques that will make you look like a rock star. Hey guys, Armando from Leduc Entertainment. Hey guys, Armando from Leduc Entertainment. Hey guys, Armando from Leduc Entertainment.
So yeah, as you can see, that'll make it a lot easier for you to go through each bit and pick out the best takes of each part of his speech. So now we're going to duplicate that sequence. First, we're going to create a new folder in Edits. I'm going to call that Edit. And this is going to be the one we edit from. So now we're going to select the best takes of each part of the video. So when he's introducing the title of the video, or when he's introducing a step in a process or a numbered list, you usually want to use an angle where he's to the side, so you can put the text graphic for that bit in the empty space next to him. But sometimes if you have enough space on the side of him in a shot where he's in the center, you can always zoom in closer to him and fit the text in the empty space on either side of him, like so.
Hey guys, Armando from Leduc Entertainment. I wanted to make this quick video covering on-camera techniques that make you look like a rock star. Hey guys, Armando with Leduc Entertainment. I wanted to make this quick video covering on-camera techniques that make you look like a rock star.
He seemed a bit more smooth and sure of himself on that take in his delivery, if you know what I mean. So we're going to use this take. And you'll just keep going in the process all the way down the line. All right, now we've got it to a point where I feel like we picked out the best takes of all the bits of the video. All right, so now what we're gonna do is start reframing our shots to where they're gonna be more suitable for presentation. So we want Armando to be framed in a way where the text can fit on screen next to him, but we're still seeing enough of him to where we can get a sense of the emotion he's conveying. And we're gonna move this over here because that blank space in between is where we're gonna put our intro sequence, which always comes right after the call to action at the beginning of every one of our videos.
Hey guys, Armando with Leduc Entertainment.
Let's move this closer to where he's in center frame. And we'll use the same framing we had on the call to action at the very beginning on these parts where he's rattling off each one of the steps. Make sure not to have two shots back to back that have the same scale and position and everything. Otherwise, it's just gonna look weird.
Excessive blinking is hugely distracting and can decrease your believability and trust. Do a few blinks to warm up your eyes and then stop blinking while you deliver your content.
So now what we're going to do is add our text layers. These are the text graphics that we're going to put on screen when we have these side angles. You want to make sure this text is center aligned. And you can use just about any font you want, but the font I'm going to be using is Avenir Next, specifically bold Avenir Next. And what I like to do with the text is to size it to where it forms a nice box shape. Nice and rectangular. Adjust the spacing to where it's nice and snug. We'll adjust the shape some so it fits better into this empty space. So we're going to leave that text as is for now because we're going to do more with it later. Now for the bits where he's naming the steps, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add text layers and we're going to add numbers for each step. And we're going to apply that basically to all these step clips. So you're going to follow this same general process for all of these text layers. Make them into a nice box shape, space them evenly, and we're going to be doing more of these text layers in a little bit in After Effects. So for parts with these lists, I copy and paste each of these text graphics and stack them underneath each other one by one, listing off each step. And I center them so they fit into the empty space. And we're going to do more with the timing of these as he calls each one of them out in the After Effects step. Now what we're going to do with them now is replace with After Effects composition. And this is how we're going to animate them. We'll be going to do Leduc inbound videos, After Effects files, text layers. And it would definitely help if you had an additional monitor for this step. Sadly, I don't, but if you do, it would help to have After Effects on one monitor and Premiere Pro on the other, so you can have a look at what it's doing on both ends. But since I don't have the second monitor to explain that step, we won't get into that. So make sure the anchor point is centered in layer content. And what we're going to do is go to our effects, animation presets, text, 100 unique text presets. And that's a set of presets that you can download from Motion Array, which is the website that I use to get a lot of my digital assets, like my After Effects templates, the motion graphics, lower thirds, title cards, logo animations, you name it. It's a great resource and it'll definitely help out a lot. And later on in this video, I'll be getting more into the other digital assets that we'll be using in this project, courtesy of Motion Array. So let's see what these text presets can do. These are a nice way to give some life to your text. There's a lot of different ones to choose from. We're going to use this one because I like this one. Text preset in 3. Now let's go back to Premiere and see what that does.
Today I'm going to talk about on-camera techniques that will make you look like a rock star.
Very nice. And we're going to do that with all of these. Let's render all this as one single linked comp. And if you have to adjust the timing in the edit of your video, you can always split the points in the video where the text is on screen. So that way you don't have to worry about the timing getting messed up. So we're going to do what we did before. Center important content, apply text preset, boom. Same here. So you're going to do that pretty much the same thing for each piece of text. Arrange the framing so it fits into the empty space on the Premiere side. Apply the text animation, and it'll give the text, like I said before, plenty of life. At moments when he lists off a series of things or names a bunch of bullet points, you'll want to time each individual one with the moment he says each specific one. Like the moment he says number 2, that's when number 2 shows up, and same with number 3, number 4, and so on and so on.
If you implement smiling, planting your feet, not blinking, using your hands if you want to, have someone you're talking to, connecting your voice to your chest, and starting with a story statistic.
There we go. That works nicely. So we're going to exit out of After Effects, and now we have that linked comp. And you can go through this and split off all the points where you want to cut out the pieces of the linked comp that you don't need. All right, so that's it for the text layers. For now, at least. We'll do one more thing with them later when we get to the color correction. All right, so next we'll be using Motion Array to gather stock footage. But before we do that, let's go through the video and mark the points where we think we should add some stock footage.
Yes, I know you hear it all the time, but when you're on camera and
we want some stock footage here of people smiling, especially to cover up that brief pause in Armando's speech.
plant your feet. Make sure you avoid rocking back and forth. It makes you look nervous and it's extremely distracting.
He pretty accurately describes what he's talking about with his body movement right there, so we don't really need to put any stock footage there. So you're basically going to continue this same process and mark every point in the video where you feel like there should be some stock footage. So that basically covers what we want to find for stock footage. So now you're going to go through Motion Array or just about any other stock footage resource site like Videoplex or the like, and you're going to find the appropriate clips you need for each of the points you marked in the video. And depending on the kinds of clips you need, this can be a time-consuming process, but if you search hard enough, there's bound to be a clip for everything you need. And you don't always have to be exact. You can use clips that generally imply the point you're trying to make. Sometimes you may second guess yourself and decide a particular stock clip that you found doesn't really fit what you're going for, and you have to continue searching. And believe me, that can be frustrating. Whenever you have stock footage covering up the speaker, use that as an opportunity to trim the bits in the audio where they stumble or pause awkwardly or go or remove all of that whenever presented with the opportunity. Like I said before, if a piece of stock footage isn't exactly what you're talking about, but you can use it to your advantage to make it that, look at this example. I can zoom in on this guy's hands, and we can use it to describe what Armando is describing in the moment, which is someone not being sure how to use their hands when they're talking. Again, use this as an opportunity to trim the breaths and abrupt silences. All right, so let's see how it looks with the stock footage clips we selected.
Hear it all the time, but when you're on camera and you're delivering information, you want to make sure that you're smiling when you deliver it. Smiling makes other people smile, and it warms the exchange and allows your audience to connect with you. Excessive blinking is hugely distracting and can decrease your believability and trust. Do a few blinks to warm up your eyes and then stop blinking while you deliver your content. If you use your hands to talk, then do it. I know a lot of people forget what to do with their hands once the camera turns on. Just keep it natural and don't worry about your hands. For example, when you're looking into the camera, imagine it's someone you know. Imagine educating them, keeping the speech very conversational. You don't want to come off as salesy, you want to come off as a teacher. You want to hook the audience as soon as you get in there. Stories and stats are an easy way to do that. Grab their attention and fast.
All right, so I would say the stock clips we chose look pretty good. So now we can move on. So the next thing we're going to do is adjust Armando's audio. We're going to go in here, click Auto Match. And I like to add a denoise, de-reverb, and hard limiter filter at limit to -6 decibels.
Today I'm going to talk about on-camera techniques that will make you look like a rock star.
We want him to be audible enough, but not too loud, at least half your computer's volume. So let's try raising it by 10 decibels.
Hey guys, Armando with Leduc Entertainment. I wanted to make this quick video covering on-camera techniques that make you look like a rock star.
All right, so let's add some music. Here's some I found on Motion Array. Just so you know, Motion Array is also sourced to a wide variety of royalty-free music of all sorts of different genres and styles. It's a really great resource for that as well. So we're gonna drag this music to our timeline, and we're gonna add it here.
Hey guys, Armando with
Obviously it's way too loud, so we're gonna auto match the loudness.
Leduc Entertainment. I wanted to make this quick video covering on
And we're gonna duck it against the dialogue.
Hey guys, Armando with Leduc Entertainment. I wanted to make this quick video covering on-camera techniques that make you look like a rock star. Tip number 1.
It could be a little louder. Let's bring it up.
Look like a rock star. Tip number 1. Smile. Yes, I know you hear it
Let's try 6.
all the time, but when you're on camera and you're delivering information, you want to make sure that you're smiling when you deliver it. Do a few blinks to warm up your eyes and then stop blinking while you deliver your content.
That sounds much better now.
Today I'm going to talk about on-camera techniques that will make you look like a rock star.
Now, if you're listening carefully to Armando's audio, you'll notice that there's some clicks in it. So we'll open these in Adobe Audition.
Today I'm going to talk about on-camera techniques that will make you look on-camera techniques that will make you look like a.
And we're doing this using the Auto Heal Selection effect, or Command U on Mac.
And allow.
We don't want sounds like that.
And
you can use this to check for the low. Check for the lower frequencies.
And allows your audience to connect with you.
That sounds much better now.
Connect with you.
So that pretty much does it for the audio mixing phase right now, but we're also going to add some sound effects. So first we're going to add some transitions to our stock footage. I like to use whip transitions.
When you're on camera and you're delivering information, you want to make sure that you're smiling when you deliver it. Smiling makes
Right, so I've gone ahead and applied whip transitions to all of my stock footage pieces. So now what we're going to do is put some sound effects underneath them. And for sound effects, I have access to a large library of sound effects, which I'm happy to share with you. I'm going to go in transitional elements, and I'm going to use the whip sound effects, which are what I usually use for transitions. Pretty simple stuff. So I'm going to add them underneath here.
when you're on.
We don't want them to be too loud, so let's bring them down by 6 decibels. And make sure to use a different whip sound on each instance. So try not to use 2 of the same whip sound effects in a row. Otherwise, it'll get kind of annoying here, the exact same sound effect or the exact same version of the sound effect over and over and over. All right, so I got that. Let's just apply that same volume effect to all the rest of them. And there we go. Now let's see the difference.
Yes, I know you hear it all the time, but when you're on camera and you're delivering information, you want to make sure that you're smiling when you deliver it. Smiling makes other people smile. Do a few blinks to warm up your eyes and then stop blinking while you deliver your content. Your eyes are the window to your...
So there, yeah, you can see the difference it makes. So now we're going to go to a difficult part of the video, which is color correction. Difficult for me because not only am I color correcting it, but I'm also having to get it to where I can safely chroma key it. So we're going to import timeline. And we'll ignore all that unlinked media and stuff because we're not going to worry about that. What we're concerned about is Armando's video. And we're going to go into color. And since this is log footage, you'll start off using an LUT. This one seems to be giving us the better results, so let's go with that. I'm not going to go that much into detail about the color correction aspect because this tutorial, the whole point of it really is to show you how our videos are supposed to look structurally. All right, so now we're going to go to our Open Effects panel and we're going to go to 3D Keyer. Just like I mentioned before, I'm not going to go too deep into the chroma keying aspect of this. That's really not the point of this video. The point of it is just to show you how we want our videos to look structurally, the look and feel of them. So this isn't going to be perfect. It's just a demonstration, really. All right, so let's see how that looks with a background underneath it. And the background I'm going to use also came from the Motion Array. It's a nice film reel background.
Today I'm going to talk about on-camera techniques that will make you look like a rock star.
That looks good for what we're going for. We're not going to worry too much about getting the colors perfect for now. All right, so we've got the color applied on all those. So we're going to export this as a Premiere Pro XML file. Make sure to export it in a codec that allows you to export alpha. That way it comes out with the transparent background, which allows you to put the background behind it when we export it back into Premiere. So we're going to go back into Premiere and we're going to import the DaVinci XML and it exported with the alpha channel or the transparency area intact. So great. So now we're just gonna copy paste this. And we're gonna have to adjust the framing once again. And we're gonna do away with the clips that we don't need here. The ones that are hidden under stock footage. All right, so it's looking good, but now the text kind of blends in with the background. So what we want to do is apply a drop shadow. It's still blending in quite a bit. So what we're going to do with the background is we're going to bring down the exposure by 1. And we're going to also add a Gaussian blur effect. And we're going to apply that to all of this.
Today I'm going to talk about on-camera techniques that will make you look like a rock star.
All right, now we have a few more finishing touches to add. We're going to go and add our logo, and we're going to bring that into the lower left corner of the screen as our on-screen bug, as you may say. And we don't want that white background on it, so we're going to get rid of that by applying invert and a luma key. And we'll bring the transparency of that down by 75, just so it sort of blends into our stock footage a little bit. Next we add a lower third. This was made using a template I downloaded once again from Motion Array for After Effects. It's a customizable lower third that is a film reel, very nice. And we're just gonna drag it over here, scale to frame size.
Leduc Entertainment.
And it's gotta be bigger than that, so this seems about the right size. Now all that's left for us to do is to add our intro and our end screen. The intro we're gonna be using was created with a template I also downloaded from Motion Array, and music that was also included with Motion Array. Motion Array is just a fantastic resource. So that's what it's going to look like. Obviously, not every video you make is going to have this exact type of intro, but every video needs its own unique intro that best represents the brand. You can use whatever template you find on Motion Array that's customizable. And we're gonna add an iris effect to it, iris transition, because for whatever reason, the whip transition doesn't work that well with it.
Sorry.
All that's left is simple like and subscribe graphic. All right, we've just exported the final product. Let's give it a watch.
Today I'm going to talk about on-camera techniques that will make you look like a rock star. Hey guys, Armando with Leduc Entertainment. I wanted to make this quick video covering on-camera techniques that make you look like a rock star. Tip number 1, smile. Yes, I know you hear it all the time, but when you're on camera and you're delivering information, you want to make sure that you're smiling when you deliver it. Smiling makes other people smile, and it warms the exchange and allows your audience to connect with you. Tip number 2, plant your feet. Make sure you avoid rocking back and forth. It makes you look nervous and it's extremely distracting. Just plant your feet and have a nice flex in the knee. Tip number 3, don't blink. Excessive blinking is hugely distracting and can decrease your believability and trust. Do a few blinks to warm up your eyes and then stop blinking while you deliver your content. Your eyes are the window to your soul, and when you're delivering your message, you are in what we call a close-up. So it's the first thing your audience is going to notice about you. Tip number 4, Feel free to use your hands. If you use your hands to talk, then do it. I know a lot of people forget what to do with their hands once the camera turns on. Just keep it natural and don't worry about your hands. Concern yourself with your message and put your attention on that. Tip number 5, have someone that you're talking to. If you really want to connect with your audience, then you have to focus on who you're talking to. For example, when you're looking into the camera, imagine it's someone you know. Imagine educating them, keeping the speech very conversational. You don't want to come off as salesy, you want to come off as a teacher. Tip number 6, connect your voice to your chest. What does that mean? A lot of people go into a head voice when the camera starts rolling. Using your head voice sounds extremely salesy and fake. Your voice should resonate in your chest and it should feel warm and not like you're yelling. This invites the audience to listen and enjoy the message that you're sharing. The microphone that we use is very sensitive and can pick up even a whisper. Tip number 7. Start with a story or statistic. You want to hook the audience as soon as you get in there. Stories and stats are an easy way to do that. Grab their attention and fast. These are just a few tips that can take your on-camera technique to the next level. So again, if you implement smiling, planting your feet, not blinking, using your hands if you want to, have someone you're talking to, connecting your voice to your chest, and starting with a story statistic, then you are gonna look like a rock star in your videos extremely quickly. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked the video, hit the like button and you can always subscribe below. If you want me to cover anything in some future videos, comment below and we'll see y'all on the next video.
Well, if you ask me, I think that turned out nice. Thanks for watching the video. I hope it helps you, and good luck editing.